I'm Rick Sessinghaus, and thanks again for joining me on another episode of Perform for Success. Now, the last couple years, I have seen a trend in my own business of a need that isn't being addressed as it relates to performance. That is wellness. Now, I know your company has a wellness program, and Rick, I have heard all about how our corporation should create more wellness programs and a culture of wellness. Okay, I get that. But let me explain here. Performance to most businesses revolves around numbers. It could be the sales, revenues, orders, billable hours, And these performance data points are achieved through human actions, obviously. However, most business professionals think performance is more of a cognitive skill, right? Like problem solving and decision making and creativity and how we're using our mind, right? And that's true. Now, of course, that is vital. But if a professional doesn't show up to work, doesn't have the energy to be productive in the afternoon hours, is stressed, burned out, then guess what? There's decreased performance. You can't think straight anymore. And this is something that I've really seen happen a lot in the last few years, right? So working with individuals and companies that buy into wellness, they understand that it's more than this touchy-feely objective. It comes down to the health of the individual. Is he or she able to think straight? Or are they having difficulty staying focused because of the demands of their life? The traditional definition of wellness is kind of more of a holistic lifestyle plan, which is fine. Now, I've developed my own wellness program for companies called Optimal Health for Peak Performance. Because a lot of businesses, it's that last part. They want peak performance. They want those numbers driving up. They want more revenue. They want, more sales. I get that part. Yet they have to understand that each one of their team members needs to be able to be healthy to show up in this stressful, competitive environment. And that's where that health and that optimizing your health comes in. So this is about a person's health. Are they physically able to show up consistently to work with high, sustained energy, the ability to stay engaged, the skill of being emotionally resilient to deal with the challenges? Your wellness is an accumulation of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Unfortunately, many professionals have sacrificed health for the idea of more time at work. That's the answer to peak performance, right? More time, which sacrifices sleep, exercise, time for recovery. They now make fast food choices instead of healthy alternatives. And all of this accumulates into a person who has less energy, they're irritable, more cloudy thinking, burned out, and now we have decreased performance. Now, there is an answer, and it doesn't require you to train for a marathon or change all of your eating habits. Optimal health is about creating more self-care routines that will allow you to think clearly with more energy, the ability to bounce back after adversity, and actually look forward to all of the roles in your life. I think we have all kind of bought into the incorrect belief that work is an all or nothing proposition. That if you sign up for a career and you want to, be successful at it, you must work over 50 hours a week. I almost said 40 hours, right? Now the new thing is 50 hours and maybe 60 hours in your industry. And you're expected to bring work home. And downtime is for the weak. And all that goes into living life for just business performance. What I've learned from working with companies is that after a certain time frame, those high-performing individuals that bought into this belief will eventually burn out. They'll have health issues, and they can't sustain the peak performance long-term. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be short-term spark of performance or long-term performance built around taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally? So what does a wellness program include? Well, there's many elements to it. But for instance, in my optimal health performance, it's about first addressing physical health issues. Okay. You got to think of that as your engine, right? Your physical body actually has to show up to work. You have to have energy, right? So with the physical health, I talk about the pillars of health, which have to do with hydration and nutrition and movement and exercise and sleep and recovery and breathing. And all of that now can help you with the mental emotional tools that are going to help you perform at a higher level, right? You got to have that engine running first. And then we can utilize mental emotional tools that are around breathing, that are more about mindfulness and meditation and emotional intelligence and resilience and pre-performance routines and post-performance evaluation and prioritizing and planning. There are many more. However, what I'm pointing out here is that there are many factors that affect your performance that goes beyond your education, work experience, and other professional-based skills. That makes you unique, all of those skills that you have. However, if you're running on empty and don't possess certain skills to deal with others and the challenges that arise, you will not be able to utilize those skills, and thus, no performance. So with optimal health, we would develop a self-care routines that would allow you to perform at a higher level because you will now have energy and focus and resiliency to show up throughout the day. Now, some questions for you. How much water are you drinking per day? How many quality hours of sleep do you get per night? How many hours per week are you moving your body to keep it limber, strong, and free of injuries? How do you handle difficult clients or employees? Can you truly disengage from work and shift to other roles like being a spouse, a parent, a friend? How do you feel leading up to an important meeting? Are you anxious, fearful? These are all related to your wellness and can be improved with small shifts in routines. Now, our society is only getting faster, more competitive, more demands, so it is time to be prepared for those challenges, which includes optimizing your physical health for energy, your mental health for focus, and your emotional health for resiliency. Now, I am so passionate about this subject as I continue to meet so many wonderful people who have sacrificed their health for the pursuit of business performance. Now, to find out that has led to numerous lifestyle issues, including illness, burnout, and they're just flat out not happy. So let's take back our lives by prioritizing our health so we can be at our best in areas of our life, including our own self-care. Well, thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast, and please share this podcast with those that would benefit. Now, if I could be of service to you, your team, or business, please feel free to contact me at rick@performforsuccess.com and check out all my different services, including optimal health for peak performance at performforsuccess.com. Remember, we are performing every day, so let's perform for success.